Hello guys, welcome in my home recording studio. Zeba is here, and today I would like to talk about my recording rack, which I use for recording and for editing as well. I would like to share some information with you after a few years using all those units. Right here on the knee is my interface, Focusrite 8920. And first, when I just bought it, wasn't completely working. It wasn't working at all. And big disappointment and big red flag for you guys. I have a lot of problems with that unit, and I don't recommend to use it. Focusrite, great company, great interfaces, small interfaces, but that one is, in my opinion, some kind of misunderstanding. So that is second generation. First generation was even worse. That's why on the market arrives Focusrite Generation 2. And the main point of Focusrite was design the Focusrite control window the way which gonna be able using for human, because in my opinion that window in the Focusrite Generation 2 is not for human as well. So I don't like it. I don't recommend to use the interface. And of course, it wasn't working. After 3 months, I get an email from Focusrite UK directly, because the Focusrite US wasn't able to fix it, my problem. But finally, after that email from UK, that interface start working. And so after 3 months, first time I saw the Focusrite control window, second generation. Fixed design, fixed for human to use. In my opinion, design is very ugly. It's some kind of kiddish look. I don't see any professional line in that window. It's, terrible. Of course it works. And next, I believe after 2.5, maybe 3 years, somebody pushed me to reset factory setup on that interface. Because, I was sure that after 3 years, when I gonna install the new driver, just in case when something wrong, will be able to use the Focusrite. So I reset factory presets, factory setup. And my Focusrite window, after installing newest driver 6 months ago, get again empty. So I was so lucky that I find my email from Focusrite UK 3 years ago, which was sent me, and I installed that driver from that old email from 3 years ago. And the Focusrite control window arrives back. It's a crazy story, but after that, I have a dropouts every 30 seconds. Guys, could you imagine? I'm not new person in that kind of thing. My computer is from years set up just, to optimize recording and the things like that. And right now I have a dropouts every few seconds. Even at that moment I record just a single mic, and I have to look on the side on my screen or I don't have a dropout. So, it's a big problem with that interface for me. It's a little bit more about details. If you check on my channel, it's a Focusrite for users. But I don't like it. I don't recommend that interface. So main thing, if I need keep 10 outputs, and that unit give me 10 outputs. And finally, few days ago, actually, I figured out that I will back to that great, beautiful interface, but Steinberg. And that interface, it's, just a 4 in, 4 out. But I probably gonna use it just for recording. And for editing, for playing back, I will try and keep the the Focusrite. And what few things more. So, if you record, you in the Focusrite control window, you have to set up a lot of things, at least, just in case to hear your guitar playing, have guitar in the headphones. It's not human at all. And whatever that headphones output, in my opinion, the gain and volume is not too strong. So, if I record on my DSL Marshall 40C, and Marshall amp is like 10 feet away, and volume on the amp is like 8 o'clock. So, it's just a little bit. I hear it, some kind of radio playing level. Not too loud, it's just, And I have to go like that, to hear what I have inside the DAW. Because otherwise, my amp is in the air. And even if I go, with the good headphones, isolation is not enough. It's not enough, to just hear the sound from my guitar from interface. I have to go like that. Otherwise, I hear what is going on in the air around. So maybe some kind of mic preamp just for headphones, or just to put the amp in another room that's to feel the comfortable. And the Focusrite control window is, it's very bad design, and I have a lot of problems with that interface. And I will try back to this one. And to Steinberg UR, or just for recording at least. And one thing which is missing, in my opinion, in the interface, this one, I can set up the effects before for mics. It's very important for singer. Every singer, ask, let's put some delay on my vocal, and that interface allow me put the delay on the vocal, and don't record the effects in the DAW at the same time. So singer got a nice feeling, feel comfortable, because has delay on the mic, and the delay is just in his headphones, not recorded in the DAW. That Focusrite don't do things like that. So I think that is big red flag, in my opinion, in my rack. I don't recommend to use it. Of course, you can go to i2 Focusrite, great interface, very, very easy to use, or other ones. But this one is some kind of, mistake from Focusrite line. That is my personal opinion. Next unit, right here. Great preamp by ART MPA Pro 2. Like you see, my mic is right now, at that moment here. 1, 2, check. I love that unit. I use it to everything almost, whatever I need to record. First thing I connect, turn on power on that preamp. Very easy to use, just the gain, impedance, and the output level. And I always keep the gain, and depends what kind of mic. Excuse me. And always keep what kind of mic, condenser or dynamic, and high play voltage. It's for support for the tubes. And just after buying that, I upgraded tubes, because it is made in China, and probably was cheap Chinese tubes. So I upgraded to the better tubes, and right now it's perfect. I love it, and I recommend to use it for everybody. Very easy to use, 2 channels. Usually I go with the 2 mics, SM57 and Sennheiser 906 on the left, right, whatever. And both is PreSonus studio channel. Great unit as well, with the compression section right here, and the EQ section. But like you see, I prefer use the MPA Pro. That is my toy. Why I not so often go with the PreSonus? So, actually when I try to record something, I set up my amp and, the headphone sounds me okay. And right. And if I come here, I start moving a cue, and after a few seconds, I lost my, sound of guitar. So, it's a great unit, great interface, a great preamp. Still have a lot of stars on the line, but I love this one. Even if I have a EQ here and even have a compressors line and other things, I prefer to use MPA. That is my favorite one. And what is a little weird right here, those knobs, When I start moving the knobs, you got a feeling that are too small, and actually you have to concentrate on that catching the knob and moving it around, and at the same moment, it's really, really not so easy, at least for me, control the sound on the headphones, what's going on, because I pay attention. Oh, what is it? Oh, I got it. Okay, without that. But anyway, it's a great unit. I just keep it, for single mics, and sometimes it's a third mic if I have a two already right here. Sometimes room mics go to the PreSonus channel. So those three units with including interface and the preamps, of course, I keep on the inputs, usually mics, and the above two units, which is compressor and maximizer. Those two units are connected to the outputs. So if I send the signal from the mixer, because outputs from interface, then outputs are I connected to my mixer, and the two signals left and right from the mixer goes to that compressor. So, main mixing and main processing I do inside my workstation. So just after passing the mixer, I do additional compression. Usually it's just, 3 dB, sometimes 6 dB, just, to put some glue on the full project, on the full mix. And after that, signal goes to maximizers. Great thing. I recommend to use it. It's changed the mix in a very, very good way. It push some air that sounds really great to me, And actually you have a two knobs on each channel, low contour and process. So if you go full way, it makes highs, and if you shut the lows, it cut the lows. And it's very beautiful way to set up some kinda and change the mix very well. And, sounds pretty, very good for me. And above is just a power conditioner. Of course, on my channel is separate video about each of those pieces. Today I just would like to share with you something about my rack and in general, how it looks and how it works in my recording studio. So if somebody gonna find that video helpful, I will be, of course, happy and appreciate it. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you for watching. The Bach was here. Thank you. Bye bye.